morning, guys.
Morning.
You good?
Good.
Hard-hitting question to start off.
Yeah.
Candy corn, is it good?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Who doesn't like candy corn?
Is it the best Halloween candy?
No. Snickers.
Not discussing.
Okay, if Coach Cristobal was dressing up for Halloween, what would his costume be?
Mario.
Like Mario and Luigi?
Yeah, Mario and Luigi.
Why is that?
I don't know, because he's Hispanic, so I guess it kind of works together. I mean, Mario and Luigi is Italian, but, it kind of works together.
Hey, I wonder if you could speak to Justin Herbert. He's led fourth quarter comebacks the last 2 weeks. Just could you describe, what his demeanor's like, what his presence like? Because somebody didn't know him before this year.
Yeah.
What are your impressions of how he's handled himself in those situations?
The way he handled the game is kind of how I met him. He's kind of like a straightforward guy, right down to the point. I mean, he's one of those guys you want to have on your team. Going into that last drive, he was kind of like, all right, boys, let's go win the game. And that's how he is. He's just ready to go get after it. Didn't have any indecision or indecisiveness. He just went out there and did it.
Juwan, I'm sure there was a point this year where you were pretty frustrated just trying to get back in there. How did you kind of stay motivated?
Teammates, family, girlfriend, and God. That's really what it is. I mean, I can say those four repeatedly for anything, but I think for the most part, I think it's more mental than anything. I can't do anything physically, but mentally you can help those younger guys, help even the older guys to get their mind right for the game, because there are bigger games like Auburn and other games like Stanford where those are pretty big games, and I couldn't be out there, but I could definitely use a couple words that I can help them out.
Do you feel the magnitude of those moments, like in those fourth quarter drives, of knowing just what exactly is on the table, or do you try to kind of compartmentalize that in your head?
I just have to go out there and do my job. I feel like I know it's simple, but that's what you have to do. If you try to get out of whack or get out of shape, I feel like you're gonna mess everybody up, all the other 10 guys. So doing my job is the main part, and then when I do my job, everybody else does their job.
Was a moment like what happened this past weekend what you kind of envisioned when you first signed on to come here?
Not really, not something that quick. But it was definitely a moment that I had, and it was definitely great for me and my teammates. And I'm glad we pulled off that win and on to USC.
Juwan, you did a great job of snatching that ball out of the air. I thought you really showed off your hands on Saturday. Talk about how hard you work on your hands and making those things better every day.
You've seen me in there for a long time, but it's just really just getting repetition. I know it's like for my hands, but for the most part, it's really my eyes and my brain. Just having that confidence, knowing that you can get anything is really what you need to have. You can have all the hands in the world, but if you don't have confidence, you can't get it.
Jalen Red said you had a little bit more confidence, a little more pep in your step at practice today.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you're hitting your stride?
I do. I feel like, just me getting, my legs back under me and really just getting that confidence, like you said before. That's kind of something I didn't have, going into the Cal week or before, because let's be honest, I haven't ran like a month beforehand. So just really getting my legs back, getting confidence, getting the routes down, getting timing down with the QB, and that's really what it is. Getting my blocks right with the linemen. So that's really what it is, just getting back in the groove of it.
How hard was that month where you weren't able to play, and it seemed like each week you thought you could play? Was it close every week, or what was that like?
It was close. It was pending, but it was definitely tough, as you could imagine. That's just like you guys, being away from your jobs, right? But but it was really tough. Just sitting out, knowing my guys were playing. They were having a good time, but I feel like I wasn't, having a good time with them as much as I was wanting to. So it was definitely tough, but I'm glad I'm out here now.
Have you had another nagging injury like that in your career you can think of? You could relate to this?
Yeah, it was last year at Penn State. I missed 3 or 4 games with an ankle injury, so it was kind of like the same thing. I feel like it was just God putting something in my life that I can be like, all right, well, you've been through this before, let's do it again. And that's kind of how I had a different approach this time.
You said you kind of grew up a Duck fan. You were watching Oregon as you were growing up, and now you get to go down and play USC, and it's a huge matchup. Is this something that you kind of struggled on your schedule when you became a Duck? Did you realize the importance of this game?
Not really circled, but USC is a great program, great tradition, great program. I played them before when I was at Penn State, so we have some history a little bit, little sour taste in my mouth from the last time we played them. But honestly, we got to treat it like another game. We try to hypen up the game or try to dumb down the game. We're going to get beat like that. So we have to come into the game like we do every week and win, pull it out.
Cool.
Thank you.